Beautiful Anonymous changes each week. It defies genres and expectations. For example, our most recent episode, I talked to a woman who survived a murder attempt by her own son. But just the week before that, we just talked the whole time about Star Trek. We've had other recent episodes about sexting in languages that are not your first language, or what it's like to get weight loss surgery. It's unpredictable, it's real, it's honest, it's raw. Get Beautiful Anonymous wherever you listen to podcasts.
The clock's running out on December deal drops at Lowe's, but there's still time to wrap up something they'll love. Shop great gifts under $50, like the DeWalt Elite Series 100-piece bit set. Plus, if you order by 2 p.m., you get same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Shop December deal drops while you can. Lowe's, we help, you save.
This is Optimal Work Daily. How long does it take to start an online business? Part 1, by Steve Chou of mywifequitherjob.com. I receive many questions via email every single day, but my number one most asked question is, how long do you think it will take me to make money with my business? Here's another common permutation of this same question. I need to be able to make money in 6 months. Can it be done? And finally, my favorite. Can I expect to make $100K in the first year with my online store like you did? 1 year ought to be enough runway, right? So here's the truth. Brand new entrepreneurs are horrible at predicting how far they can get with their businesses in the short term. In fact, they often grossly overestimate how much money they can make in their first year. But on the flip side, they also grossly underestimate how much they can make in 3+ years with their businesses as well. So, anytime a reader or a student asks me any of the previously mentioned questions, I immediately start to question their commitment and how serious they are about starting a real business. Why? It's because when someone asks me how much they can make in 6 months, it usually means that they are only willing to stick it out for 6 months to see if their business idea has a chance. This is not enough time. Starting a business requires long-term thinking. Starting a business takes commitment, and I don't mean a year or a few years. When I say commitment, I'm talking about giving it a go for at least 3 to 5 years. When my wife and I started our online store, we were in it for the long haul. Although we set a goal to make $100K before the baby arrived, we were ready to work at it and keep the store afloat indefinitely until we got the formula correct. If we didn't have this mentality, we might have quit at 6 months because sales were not where we wanted them to be. We weren't convinced that the store could ever make enough money to supplant my wife's income. We didn't believe that our market was large enough. We didn't think that we could crack the first page of search to get the necessary traffic. What's funny is that we started our online store with this delusion of grandeur that our business would start making decent money within the first 3 months. After all, we had what we thought was a foolproof strategy. Our initial plan was to siphon away eBay customers by posting auctions online and steering them over to our online store through links in the auction description. Then we would roam the wedding forums and guide customers over to our shop by making recommendations to would-be brides. But what ended up happening is that we violated eBay's terms of service and got our account temporarily suspended for posting external links on auctions. Furthermore, we repeatedly got banned on the wedding forums for being overly promotional. There are no shortcuts. You have to be in it for the long haul. If you're wondering whether you can start making money right away because you're in a desperate situation, then chances are you lack the resolve to see your business idea through. Estimating time, money, and human nature. But here's what's interesting about human nature. When my wife and I reached our goal of making $100K during the end of our first year of business, we were overjoyed. But at that point, we didn't think we could do it again. We didn't think that our business could possibly grow anymore. From our perspective, the business had peaked. After all, it was a major struggle for us to reach that number in the first place because it involved so much legwork and a little bit of luck. In fact, we didn't think that we could achieve the same sales pace ever again. What we didn't realize was that the first year was just the tip of the iceberg. Every year since then, our business has increased in the double and triple digits. Never in a million years did we think this could happen. Which brings me to reiterate my second point. As humans, we often overestimate what we can accomplish in the short term, but we vastly underestimate what can be done in the long run. When I first started mywifequitherjob.com, I was hoping to start making significant money within a year of launch. Even though I started my blog with a 5-year plan towards profitability, I full-on expected to be making at least 5 figures by the end of year 1. But in reality, it wasn't until well into year 3 when I started to see hockey stick growth. Today, the blog is practically growing on autopilot. When I first launched my Create a Profitable Online Store course, I was only hoping to sign on about 30 students. But today, I have over 70 times that amount, and the course's growth continues to surprise me. To be continued. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled, How Long Does It Take to Start an Online Business? By Steve Chou of mywifequitherjob.com.
At CVS, it matters that we're not just in your community, but that we're part of it. It matters that we're here for you when you need us, day or night. And we want everyone to feel welcomed and rewarded. It matters that CVS is here to fill your prescriptions and here to fill your craving for a tasty and, healthy snack. At CVS, we're proud to serve your community because we believe where you get your medicine matters. So visit us at cvs.com or just come by our store. We can't wait to meet you. Store hours vary by location.
The only thing that makes an Oklahoma fried onion burger more famous? Putting Kraft Real Mayo on the bun. For nearly 100 years, Oklahoma families have trusted its creamy, balanced taste to make every bite feel like home. So pick up Kraft Real Mayo at the store today.
And thanks to Steve, as you might have heard before, when his wife became pregnant and she planned to stay home with the baby, they knew that they'd need to find more income. So they started a little online store called Bumblebee Linens. In just 1 year, they were able to replace his wife's salary of $100,000 a year. And they started My Wife Quit Her Job to document all of it, including income reports. And eventually, Steve was able to leave his job too, so it's not just his wife who quit her job now. Thanks so much for being here, sharing part of your weekend with me, and I'll see you back here in tomorrow's show where we're going to finish up this post from Steve and where your optimal life awaits.